Hey y'all, welcome back. It's another episode of the review. It's your boy Claude,
That boy too easy.
and we're super excited about today's episode. Thanks to everybody who's tuned in with us last week and watched. This episode, we're going to talk about LeBron James, the Warriors, NFL chaos, and everything that's going on in minicamp.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
before we get started, let's get right into it. If you've been hiding under the rock and you haven't heard, LeBron James is going to the 76ers. He is moving to Philly. He's taking his talents to Philadelphia. Isn't before I get into it, what are your immediate thoughts about that
Hey man,
news?
my first immediate thought is, man, LeBron James close, bro. LeBron James is a hop and a skip and a bus away. Columbus, that one I'm excited. The other thing I'm
Man,
excited about, man, like, is LeBron the missing piece to the dynasty?
mm.
We know they inquired Jalen Brown, Joel Embiid with the injuries, stuff like that. But can LeBron James piece together the puzzle? And then, Cloud, we know how you probably got conversation about Joel Embiid, so we're gonna just leave you to flow with that one, Cloud.
Well, my thoughts is a lot. So one, let's put some facts out there. Right now, it's reported that LeBron James will be point guard. And this is the first time he's been point guard in years. The last time he was point guard was 2019 when the Lakers won that championship in the bubble. And he averaged around 10 assists per game. If we get a second coming of that, the championship is in the bag. Now, the thing is, he has to rely on everybody else on the team. We know Jalen Brown is ball dominant, and we can depend on Embiid if he's healthy. Allegedly, Embiid already reached out and told LeBron James that he don't got to worry about it. He gonna make sure he's healthy for the season. So it's super exciting right now. I know the city is lit up for LeBron coming to Philadelphia. It's driving distance for us, so you better go. You gonna catch us at a couple of games, and we'll vlog and record that as well. But like the whole situation last year, to even address some of you haters right now. The commentary of that LeBron James is ring chasing is crazy. Literally, before LeBron James said that he was going to go, so many people had commentary about the Sixers because Jalen Brown got there. And nobody said that there was a championship roster. Nobody said they expected that team to win or bust. Now that LeBron James in the picture, it's all of a sudden an elite team. To mind you, this is the first time in 40 years, if LeBron make it to the finals, that the 76ers will make it to the finals. This is the first time in 20 plus years. Allen Iverson was the last player with Allen Iverson on the team for them to go to the second round in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So regardless of how this year goes, if they make it to the finals or at least to the second round of the playoffs, they're doing better than what they've done in multiple years. So I don't think this is a super team per se, but I think they do have pieces to make it happen. And in the East right now, the biggest people you have to contend with is New York Knicks.
Yeah.
Like obviously, Boston is always going to be a thorn to the side
Yeah.
of you because of just historically who they are. But I don't think Jason Tatum can hold down the fort, especially with LeBron. Obviously, Tally Halliburton is coming back from an injury, but who's worried about the Pacers? So I just think that the reality of it is that this is going to be a team. I think LeBron is in the I need to win right now. We have 2-year contract. He said this was the last decision. So I'm really assuming that he's going to retire here and they have to win it now. Now, if they win a fifth ring, I'm good. If they win 2 rings, I'm even better. But I'm highly anticipating them to at least win, and I want them to win right now, not later. And honestly, it's all going to be in Embiid's hands. If he does not show up, it's going to leave a big hole in the team.
But Clark, I
Obviously, we're
gotta
going to
cut
bring
you
him
off there.
center.
I have to cut
Yeah.
you off there. Don't you think because he's missed uh, um majority of the season, then missing some games in the postseason, don't you think the coaches kind of already know we're kind of building this team? If we're building a team, I'm not saying without Embiid, but we're building this team knowing that Embiid is injury prone. How do you think that? How do you think they feel about that?
I think the problem is nobody had a crystal ball, and nobody would have ever thought they was going to land Jalen and LeBron James in the same time. So I would hope the plan was, hey, we know Embiid is injury prone. What can we do as a backup to make sure we can be competitive?
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, the stakes are higher because it's win or bust now for
Yeah.
the 76ers. Now that LeBron is in there, you only got 2 years with him, and then you got the talent of Jalen Brown. So I would hope that was a conversation. I would hope that that's what they plan on doing. But the reality is, Embiid cost a lot. Now, LeBron James did them a favor by coming in at $4 million a year, so
Yeah.
they should be able to make roster changes they need to. But if they could find a 7 foot tall center as backup, I would definitely go for it because I just don't trust Embiid. But Embiid gave a vow on LeBron that he's going to be there, so we'll see.
Yeah, Clyde. And Clyde, if you think about it, if LeBron James wins a championship, bring a championship to Philadelphia, he'll be the first player in history, Clyde. The first player in history to win an NBA championship in four different franchises. And for guys that know, he
Yes.
won one in Miami, he won one in LA, he won one in Cleveland. And how Clyde is saying he's gonna win one in Philadelphia.
He got to win one in Philadelphia or else. Now, I
Hey,
know
so
the Philly
Clyde,
fans a little
question.
crazy.
So if they have a playoff game, you gonna be at the playoff game.
I'm going to be there.
Okay.
I'm the next show I'm going to be there.
Hey,
Like,
the
that's
review
down the street. We're
fans,
going to be there for.
make sure you guys hold Clyde accountable for that.
Hey, we gonna be outside. And I mean, and then even more interesting things, allegedly, he's not even going to be living in Philly, that he's gonna be living in New York and traveling back and forth. And
Hey,
people say the
Clyde, when you
helicopter.
LeBron James, you can do whatever the hell you want to do.
Hey, you can do whatever you want. I
Clyde,
just play.
he can show up 30 minutes before the game. He's still gonna play.
I just I also say please stay away from helicopters. We don't need none of that. Um With that being said as well, so in other news with him coming, Contavious Caldwell also decided, who was a free agent to sign with the 76ers. Allegedly, when he saw the news that LeBron was coming, his decision was instant because he wanted to make sure he could be on a championship team. So with Contavious, he's a veteran. He's a perfect role player. He got championship experience with LeBron. He's a elite perimeter defense. And he can help Philly with their defensive issues. Now, how do you feel about players making the decision like, oh shoot, I have opportunity to play with LeBron, this championship team, I'm coming on? Do you think he motivates the team to like, we got to do this now, we got to be good? Or do you think people like, I don't know if we can live to the expectations? I think it's bringing life to the team. What about you?
So I think him coming back also it's like bringing a chaperone to the game. He's
Yeah.
not a guy that's gonna play all night. He's gonna he gonna come off the bench and make sure and just keep games close. You know what I'm saying, Clyde? With that veteran experience with Clyde, but you gotta also understand that starting lineup. You got Clyde, you got Embiid, you got Maxey, you got Brown, you got Edgecombe, and you got Bryant, and you got James. Like that
Yeah.
starting five, Claude, should be something that starting five right now on paper right now. As we're looking at it, Claude, that is that's a championship team. But can LeBron James go in make pieces? And Clyde, I also like that statement that people keep saying, "Oh, he's jumping from bandwagon to bandwagon, super team, super team." Clyde, if you really think about it, when he was in Cleveland, what super team?
What super team?
He had love. He went to Miami. That wasn't a super team. Wade won a chip, of course,
Yeah.
but he couldn't get back to the chip. Bosh didn't
No.
win a chip. And Ray Allen was on his last leg of his career. LeBron James comes, brings that together.
Oh,
He goes to
yeah.
LA. The LA after Kobe passed away, LA couldn't do nothing.
I mean, 20 days. See, when he came, they won 20 games.
Exactly. So he comes in, brings AD they acquire AD at the same time. But Clyde, this is a guy, Clyde, that wherever he touches, it turns gold.
Hey.
So Clyde, if Philadelphia pisses this last 2 years away, we're gonna have to fight the whole city.
The whole shit. And I'm gonna be real, for real right now. And B, I promise you, if you break a pinky toe, I'm in your ass. Like, I'm not playing. Don't piss me off. Like, this got to be the year. It has to happen.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'm dead. Hey, he's 7 foot tall. He gonna have security, so he might win. But I'm still on that. All right, moving on to Golden State Warriors. This was a headline that I don't think anyone was expecting. Steph Curry, is he still going to be a part of Golden State Warriors? Are they falling apart? Are they trying to plan life after Steph Curry? I think over the years, it's a given the amount of loyalty Steph Curry have to that team. Are they taking advantage of him? Are they playing in his face? Ethan, what are your immediate thoughts?
So I'm gonna be completely honest, Claude. LeBron James not going to Golden State now is kind of like it's magnifying Steph Curry and Steph Curry decision on do you want to stay, do you want to leave. If they acquired LeBron, I think that would have made it clear.
Oh,
Like
for
no,
sure.
Draymond wouldn't be acting the fool. Steph Curry would have been clear. You know, everything would have been clear. But now that LeBron James is gone, now the question is, hey, listen to the clock. Right now, Steph Curry is one of the arguably the best shooter that ever walked this earth.
I
So,
mean,
Clark,
that's
if he had that kind of like just say like how LeBron got that thing, he can just go where he wants to go. Like Steph Curry is very respected in the league, and I feel like Golden State owes him. Hey, listen, if Steph Curry said, "Hey, listen, I want to win a chip. I can't win it here. Send me somewhere that's gonna win a chip. Send me to San Antonio.
ooh,
Send me to Golden State, not Golden State. Send me to OKC. Like send me to a
oh,
team that like I can compete and I can win a championship. Because Clyde, at the end of the day, he's gonna retire a warrior. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like man, Steph Curry, man, like I think they should because you gotta think about it, Clyde. Jimmy Butler's coming back off ACL. Can Jimmy Butler play to the caliber he played before his ACL tear? We don't know that.
we don't know.
So well, that mean look at that, even a thumbs up. We don't know about that. So Clyde, we don't know, man. We don't know. But the big question is, do Steph stay or do he leave? My question for you, Clyde, is if you were in Steph's shoes, what would you do?
I would have been gone a long time ago. To be completely honest with you, like, listen, I have a love-hate relationship for Steph Curry because obviously Steph Curry has been a thorn in LeBron James' back for a good part of his career.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see Steph Curry as an independent player. I see him as a ensemble. But the thing that you can't take away from Steph Curry is he changed the game. Them 3-point shots have changed it. Everybody want to be a 3-point shooter now because of Steph Curry. Kids in elementary school thinking they can 3-point shooter now because of Steph Curry. So you got to give him some respect to it.
Yeah.
Now, on a business standpoint, from the team versus Steph Curry, like when is this going to end and how is it going to end? You
Mm.
have to respect the player that got you 4 rings. You got to. And the ownership is probably on the verge of this man is costing us a lot because Steph Curry has a $50+ million contract. And you can't really build a team with all these legacy players. Obviously, you still Draymond Green is a whole other subject we're about to get into. As well. So it's like, is this gonna work? Can we build a team around him? We got him Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler got hurt. It didn't do anything. We are basically a play-in team. The past 2 years, we never solidify a playoff spot. It's always we playing in, playing wild card, whatever the case may be, to get to that point. So, like, what's not working? Is it the coach that needs to be switched out, and he's a legacy coach that got them 4 championships? Is it players of
Steve
Steph
Kerr,
Curry just need to spread Steve Kerr, or do Steph Curry just need to spread his wings? Like
Clyde,
at this
Clyde.
point,
Okay, I say okay. Golden State just needs to. Hey, listen, I'm a fan of your boy Steph. I
yeah,
just think, Clyde, it's it's that one, Clyde. It's that thing where that old person that who been in the job for the last 50 years, who's stuck in their ways, who hey Clyde, every time she talks about the good old days. Like Clyde, it's a new era of basketball. Like, of
if
course, like
he,
Clyde, it's a new era
yeah,
of basketball. Can Steph Curry still play? Absolutely.
absolutely.
But guess what, Clyde? If I'm Golden State right now, I know right now I am not a playoff team. I have to
No,
build
they're
to
play
it.
in team.
You know what I'm saying? So like my thing is what I believe is I think you should let Steph Curry send him off well. I think you should do a phenomenal tribute, send him off well. Hey man, and then start building. Start building. You got Jimmy Butler, you know what I'm saying? You got Jimmy Butler, you got you know what I'm saying, you got things like that. But also, Clyde, like there is pieces on the free agency that they can go get, Clyde. Let's not act like DeMar DeRozan is still available. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
but the
So like
problem, go ahead.
so my thing is like, can they is it too late to save him? What do they have to do to make him be like, all right, I'll stay.
I think the thing is, people know he's loyal. So that's why they playing in his face because they know he's not the type to just get up and leave. He's not going to do what LeBron did, and it's clear that he hasn't done that. However, though, something got to change. If he wants another ring, something has to change. He will mess the game up if he go to the Spurs.
Mm.
That would literally be a ring chasing move, but it will be a ring chasing move that pays off. He will really shake the game up if he goes to the Spurs, if he goes to OKC, if he goes to New York Knicks. And I think the gravity of LeBron leaving has everybody in the league scrambling a little bit to make it work. Now, with how much he's getting paid, is there enough energy in it to get somebody for the free agency? Do you think Jimmy Butler going to beat up? I don't think so. I think that Steph Curry, unfortunately, is going to stay. I think that they would have to push him out for him want to leave. And I think we got to watch this closely because if he does leave, where will he go? And that's the biggest question. And is Steph Curry like LeBron, where he wants to compete and would take a pay cut? Because LeBron was paid $50 million a year to $4 million. So it's like, will Steph Curry take that big of a cut to chop it off, or like is he thinking about retirement? Him and LeBron James be hitting that golf course a little bit hard. So like, what's the move?
So man, Claude, like you said, Claude, like we're just gonna let days gonna have to keep continue going by to see what Steph Curry does. Steph Curry's in that same boat like LeBron, Claude. The NBA is actually waiting, not as to magnitude like schedule wise, but the NBA is waiting. It would be crazy if you went to the Spurs.
If
If
he went
he
to the
went to the
Spurs, that would
Spurs,
shake the
Claude,
world up.
if he went to the Spurs, I promise you, games like Knicks versus the Spurs on Christmas Day, uh, Miami versus Spurs, like dog, that will be like man, ticket sales gonna go crazy, bro. Man, internet gonna go crazy, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. And guess what the NBA gonna do? They gonna eat it up. Pause.
that would be something to see, and I'll be interested to see it. And speaking of Golden State, we got to talk about the enforcer, Draymond Green.
Yeah,
So I've also been watching closely Draymond Green moves. So I guess we shouldn't be totally surprised that there's talk about exit with Steph Curry because Draymond Green is talking the same way. You know, they allegedly are really close as players. Draymond Green, I think what's interesting is stat wise he's not shown as a prolific scorer. And
yeah,
he's a heavily defensive player, and he's that player that makes sure Steph Curry gets the ball and put fear into other people, but it's hard to track it. So his value is a value of you got to watch the game and know what you need. And if you need an enforcer, he's the one to have on your team.
absolutely.
So I think the past couple of years have been a little bit messy, has been a little sloppy. I think his public feuds with Steve Kerr has been not too pleasing. And then you have members of the team leaving like KD. You had other dude who went to Dallas leaving as well. So it's like,
Are
is
you talking
Draymond
about?
Green
He didn't go to Dallas. He went to
the Dallas Mavericks? The
yeah, Poole, Jordan
what I
Poole,
forgot saying.
Poole. The boy he
No,
punched Poole, Jordan Poole. He punched him in the eye.
Yes. So it's a lot that happened on that team, and it's like is the downfall and the drama because people sick of Draymond Green. I'm not sure, but he basically came out and said he's a free agent. He's not signed. That they're not seeing eye to eye, and on his podcast he discussed it. Now we haven't lived in a world where Steph Curry has been successful without Draymond Green. All their championships obviously has been with him in the side to make sure they're successful. Now, if Draymond Green leaves, is any other team interested because of all the drama that he produces, or would they re-sign him? Like, what are your thoughts about Draymond talking about possibly not being with Golden State at the same time Steph Curry having those same rumors spread about him?
So I believe what worked what worked at Golden State, Claude. I don't know if will it work in other teams.
Mm,
Like other teams are trying to think about it. Other teams are trying to compete with guys like Wemby.
yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So
And he'll put Wimpy in the chokehold.
he'll put Wemby in the chokehold, but you gotta stop Wemby. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I don't know what he like his market and value is different from Curry to Draymond.
Oh,
Curry
for
may
sure.
have the whole NBA after him, and Draymond may have one or two. So
Yeah.
Draymond testing free agency, I would love to see where he falls, and maybe he goes somewhere with hey, you take Steph, you take me too situation. But Claude, I have one question, so we can move on.
Yeah.
Claude, is Draymond Green Hall of Fame worthy? Because if you think about it, Claude, we're talking about a guy with 4 rings.
Yeah.
He was on the team. He contributed, maybe not have been a scorer, but Claude, his numbers and what he brings to the table isn't shown on the stat sheet.
No.
So, do you think when they at the end of the day, when the dust settles, is Draymond Green? Because we know Steph Curry gonna be in the Hall of Famers, right? Klay Thompson got a shot to be in the Hall of Fame,
It's honestly, yeah.
but can it be Draymond Green could be a part of that Hall of Fame?
The problem is Draymond Green is not a prolific scorer. I had the pleasure of seeing the Golden State play against Houston that playoff game.
Yeah,
That was that 2 years ago,
yeah,
and watching the game live, Draymond Green runs the court. He runs the court, he runs the team, and Steph Curry is the king of the castle, and he makes sure Steph Curry gets the ball. Now, it's hard to track that greatness, but in reality, do I think they would have 4 championships if Draymond Green was on the team? No. So I do think he should be a Hall of Famer. I do think they need to give him his flowers. Now, will they? How controversial he is, how crazy he is, I don't know. And like you said, like if he says he's demanding to get traded, he's a veteran player who's not going to be cheap, and he's not a prolific scorer. So you got to really be intentional if you add him on your team. And some people might not have the vision of adding someone like that on the team. So
yeah.
like you said, I don't know if the market will accept them. Maybe 1 or 2 teams, but it's not going to go crazy. Steph Curry's available. People probably would trade the world to get him for that season, especially if their team is in alignment. Like even like the Boston Celtics, it's just it's too many opportunities for him if he leaves. But yeah, I think Draymond Green should get his flowers. Will he? I don't think so.
Okay. All right, Claude. What's next?
Well, with that being said, let's move on to the NFL. So we have some news about the 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan. Kyle has been in a terrific car accident. He had some
Yeah,
major injuries that they're assuming is going to take 6 months to a year before he's fully healed. Right now, the interim head coach is Chris Foster, who has a controversial past that we don't got to get into right now.
yeah,
But with that being said, 49ers, they made it to the playoffs last season. They beat the Eagles and made it to the second round, but got knocked off. With the head coach being MIA or not going to be here, maybe for the first couple of games, do you think that's going to affect their ability to be a good team again this year? Or how do you think it's going to go on?
So Claude, how I as a coach as well. So
Yeah,
the head coach, it's his philosophy, right? And then
yeah.
positional coaches and assistant coaches, their job is to enforce what his
Yeah,
thinking. My thing is, I don't think, technically speaking, he is. It's not like it's the defensive coordinator.
yeah,
His defense, his schemes, and that. It's a guy who oversees everything. And I honestly believe he's gonna be back before the first game of the season. Like, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I think this is why you pay your position coaches, your assistant coaches. That's why you pay them is so they can do their job. So
yeah,
like a guy like, for example, a guy like you in management, the building should be able to run even if you're not there.
yeah.
It may not run to your expectation, but should you still be able to run? At least it still got to get made. You know what I'm saying?
In theory,
You
yeah,
feel me? So in theory, prayers goes to him and his family and a speedy
of course.
recovery. But I think the 49ers, they got bigger fish to fry.
Uh.
They got bigger fish to fry.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree, but the irony of it, the 49ers faced a lot of injuries and then the head coach get injured in a car accident. Like you can't
Yeah.
make this up. I don't know. I feel like that last year was a good year for them, and it would have been even better year if they didn't have so many players on IR already. And the thing is, with the injuries the head coach has, he is going to have a lot of payments. He's going to have to be on the rehab. They probably going to have to roll him around in the field in a wheelchair or an electric
Clark,
chair.
it's
Or he got
2026. They got the motorized ones
the motorized. You're right. The motorized ones. So I don't know how effective he would be. Obviously, I don't know the inner workings of how each team run their stuff.
now. Yeah.
The interim head coach Chris Foster has a check-year pass, but obviously he had experience and they gave him a second chance to be on the team. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching closely. I think the 49ers, if they could get that injury stuff in order, they would be a very dominant team. I mean, they beat the Eagles, so it's possible, but it's just I think it's the worst time ever, and I think his recovery is going to matter. And then, like you said, if he has the position coaches under his grasp, and everyone knows what the game plan is, how he wants to implement things, then
Yeah.
he should be fine. So we'll see how that goes. And then
Okay.
topic two, speaking of injuries, Daniel Jones tore his
Oh
Achilles
man, that's your
last
boy.
year. They had a very dominant year. They were leading the pack. They were like 7-0. And then he got hurt, and then it plummeted for the Colts. This
Yeah.
year, he just got cleared, and he's in full practice gear. And this year gonna matter because this year gonna depends on if he gets the big quarterback contract that'd be 50 million plus. Immediate
Yep.
thoughts about Daniel Jones coming back easy.
Claude, I'm gonna say this very lightly.
Okay.
So, Claude, the having Daniel Jones brought a breath of fresh air to the DMV. We're talking about a kid who's generationally talented. Claude, this is a kid. He can make every throw. He's the type of kid. He's a poster child. Very nice smile. So it's a kid like Claude. Like you kind of would love to build around. And I don't want to bring him up, but like the same breath that RG3 gave to the DMV is the same breath that he gave. But Cloud, now it's kind of like scary now because Cloud, if you think about it, RG3 had a phenomenal year. He got hurt. And
Oh,
then
you talking about Jordan? Damn, I'm talking about Daniel Jones for the Colts.
oh my God. Hey, scratch that, guys. Cloud, what you went out, Cloud. God, it's not my fault. It's his fault because I got the notes of the wrong kid because of Clyde. Daniel Jones. Oh my God, for the Colts. Clyde, go first.
Yes. So, I mean, Daniel Jones, Jordan Daniels got injured too, but Daniel Jones is fully cleared. Um, his past wasn't the best, but now when he was with the Colts, he was doing very well. There's a $50 million plus contract that's over his head that he is eligible for if he performed well this year. Colts really shocked me last season with the victories they had, and they were on the pathway of being a championship team. Now, I do believe if Daniel Jones is healthy this whole season and they can recreate the magic of last year, they're going to be a problem. And the Colts can come back and be a championship team and honestly make it to the playoffs or make it to the Super Bowl. Now, that's going to be depending on how well he stays healthy throughout the year, but I'm super excited.
Yeah, Clyde. So again, Clyde, he did receive a very gruesome pain, very gruesome. But Clyde, my thought process, Clyde, do you think because Clyde, we know and we've seen Super Bowl teams and that he can be as great as he want to be, but do the Indianapolis Colts have that defense that can send them. Because Clyde, you can have, for example, before he got hurt, he had 3,100 passing yards, 19 touchdowns, 5 rushing, 68 completion. Like all that sounds great, Clyde.
Yeah.
But if you don't have a defense that can stop that, so my thing is, I'm glad he's back. The Colts need that. We can talk about another next week because they did draft that boy in the first round from Florida
Yes,
that
they
ain't
did.
really. Yeah. So I'm trying for what they're gonna do with him. But that's another conversation to have. But Daniel Jones is a guy that like his career was downwards.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be a backup. He comes in, brings life to the Indianapolis Colts. Then he just gets hurt. Mind you, Clay sucks because that was supposed to be his contract year.
Yeah.
So
And so this year going to really matter
this year's gonna
because it's
really
a
matter.
real money involved.
So
Okay.
like,
Well, next subject, Commanders. So with the Commanders, the tight end coach was just fired today. He got caught with a DWI, and they fired him immediately. So driving under the influence, I'm assuming alcohol. But like sometimes the NFL has some swift accountability. It's not a deep story to get into, but like, do you think they should give it a little bit more breathing room before they fire people, or should it be immediate like that?
so because of how global these men are, right,
Yeah.
Clyde? Because how global these men are, I feel like it has to happen effectively, just
Mm.
because of who these men are. And Clyde, you also think about it. These are the same men that are leading other men. So imagine a 22-year-old. He see his coach gets suspended for 2-3 games. What do you think he's gonna is gonna is gonna probably show him? He is gonna probably show him kind of like, okay, well, I get caught under an influence. It's the only 3 game suspension. So,
and, and know you're gonna be fired.
oh, but now that you know that, like, hey, you doing the wrong thing, you gonna
Then
get
after you got
fired.
Uber.
Yeah. So, but get you like
Okay,
Clyde said, get
well,
your Uber.
Okay, well, moving on. The top 100 rankings is coming out with the NFL. So every year around the summer,
Yes.
they announce the top 100 players voted on by the players. So this is not without the coaches, without the media. This is who the players currently think. The list from 1 through 30 isn't out yet, but we do have the bottom list. And it's some shocking things, in my opinion. But immediately, is that what are your thoughts on that?
I don't like none of that. Couple players, Clyde. I'm not gonna lie to you. Couple players, they in the 50s, and it's top 100. But like they should be in the top 20, top
Yeah,
30. Like a guy
yeah.
like Pat Surtain, like Cooper DeJean, he's in the middle of the pack. I can understand that. But Puka Nakua, Clyde, they got Puka Nakua at 53. I don't like it. Caleb
They hate
Williams at 51. I don't like it.
hating.
Bo Nix at 59. I don't like it. Clyde, it's just, I mean, again, I guess the players are just, players are voting on themselves. I want to know, Clyde, that's my question. Is it 100 names in a slot? And they just write 100 names? Because think about it. If I'm a player, I don't probably know 100 people on other teams.
Well, I
You
mean,
know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
know. I don't know. It's their career, so I would hope they know what's going on.
But
And
Clyde,
I don't
like,
know how they do the vote. So,
but
but
Clyde, think about it. Like, if I'm a safety, I'm not probably looking at the defensive lineman on another team. You know what I'm saying? So, but
yeah,
Clyde, also I can't wait to see because
who the top 20 is?
who in the
That's what I
top
want.
20 is because like my thing is like we know Josh Allen gonna be there. How could Joe Burrow make it if Bo Nix didn't make it? Does Daniel Jones get in the conversation top 20?
First of all, they got Bo Nix ahead of Lamar Jackson. Wow. Like, I
Yeah.
know last year was interesting, but like, damn, like Caleb Williams had a phenomenal year. Trevor Lawrence had a phenomenal year. Jordan Love, I get it. It didn't meet expectations. It was a little wonky, but I'm curious to see who the hell the top 20 is because you don't got Puka Nacua, Caleb Williams, Lamar Jackson, I believe these people should be at least top 30. And Lamar, and that's just disrespectful. And then
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, obviously they hate on him, but they got Jalen Hurts above AJ Brown. So it's just like, I don't know if these dudes are like hating. I don't know if they just speeding through the answers, see what's going on. But historically, Lamar Jackson's always top 20 at least.
And Claude,
So I don't
another
know
name
what,
that kind of hurt my feelings just to see his name on this list. I'm looking at it.
yeah.
Christian Gonzalez for New England, the DB number
Mhm.
0. Clark,
Yeah.
we watched him in the Super Bowl put on a
Cut up
clinic.
in the Super Bowl.
He was Clark. What's the thing they be doing? Strapping these boys down. Hey, hold on. When you going in the ride, they be put your thing down.
The roller
He
coaster.
was strapping them boys down. He was strapping them. So like, Clark, they got him at 55. Clark, I don't think there's 4 cornerbacks better. I don't even think there's 2 or 3 cornerbacks better than this guy. Pat
Yeah.
Surtain at 53 for Pat Surtain, the defensive back for the Broncos. Who? Well, they need to ask us so we can do it.
That's what I'm saying. I need to be involved in this because I don't get how they get into the
Cause
answers.
Clyde,
But
I got a question right now, Clyde.
yeah,
If you had to guess who the number one player is gonna be, who you gonna go with? I know. Okay, I know 1 and 2 for sure. But who you gonna go with?
I think bias speaking, how they go. I think biasly Josh Allen's gonna be in the conversation.
At number
I
one pick?
think he either going to be 1 or 2. And
Okay.
I think Matthew Stafford being number 1 makes sense after seeing his stats from last year, but he's definitely going to be top 5. I think it's going to be out of Matthew Stafford and Josh Allen. Now, the Patriots quarterback,
Drake May. Don't
Drake
disrespect him.
May, is
Don't
definitely going
disrespect
to
him.
be
He's top 10.
he's definitely gonna be top 10 for sure. Do he deserve to be there? I mean, they had a
Oh
very
Lord.
phenomenal year. They got stumped in the Super Bowl, but you know what it is. Um, and then I think the players in Seattle are gonna be on the top as
The
well, like the
receiver, I
running
know
back
you're talking about the
level.
receiver. I think the receiver gonna be in the top 10. But
Yeah.
Clyde, the guy you forgot, Clyde, your boy,
Who?
Miles Garrett.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Miles,
He was defensive
I
player of the
believe
year. If
Miles
he's
Garrett
not
gonna be
top 10, that's
1, and
crazy.
Miles Garrett 1, Matthew Stafford 2, and
Oh,
Josh Allen 3.
that's interesting.
Miles Garrett number 1, Matthew
Okay.
Stafford 2, Allen 3.
I can't wait to see the list drop.
Okay, we gonna see then.
Cause that's going to be interesting. Cause I just can't believe it because I'm like, what these players are looking at. But I mean, they're in the game, so I guess they can make their decision they want to. Okay, but next week we'll see where that list
We'll
drop,
see.
and
Yep.
we'll definitely have a debate on that top 20 because I want to get into that, and I'm gonna get into their stats and everything. All right, so basically, guys, this is what it is. Like, I think LeBron James will win the championship with the Sixers right now. I don't think Steph Curry will finish his career with the Warriors.
Yeah.
And I think Dan Jones is going to take the Colts to the Super Bowl.
To the what bowl?
To the Super Bowl.
Come on, Clyde. Come on, Clyde. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one. I
Okay.
agree the first 2 points, yes, but Daniel jump. Come on, Clyde. Those not even. That's not even that in another coach team ain't even in playoff. They're probably a wild card, low seed with high seed. We're not even about low seed, meaning they're gonna be like on the lower playing the higher team. Because I don't see them being a something like I will be like a threat. Like God teams are like I'm thinking like a threat are like the Rams threat,
Mm-hmm.
Chicago threat. And Clyde, you know what, Clyde? I got another question. I know we're about to end the show. We got like hot seconds. Clyde, that quarterback class with Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Bryce Young
Yeah.
with number 1, CJ Stroud with number 2. Do you think those 2 guys are in the hot seat?
For some reason, Bryce Young is not. And he should be. CJ Stroud is definitely under the hot seat. And I think it's a personality thing. I think he had such a phenomenal year his rookie season. And he made comments about being the best. And people want to see him fail. Bryce Young, honestly, the conversation around him hasn't been the same around CJ.
Yeah.
And this year is definitely going to be a defining year for CJ Stroud. He
Mm-hmm.
has to make sure that he performs because his contract year, I think it's this year, where he's up
Yeah.
for a super contract. So, and the question is he worth 50 M's? And how the quarterback contract is going, we talking 60, 70 M's now. And I don't know if I can answer that question. So I think Bryce Young should be under hot seat with CJ, but they're not. It's not the same conversation. And you can see it in people's face when they talk about CJ Sprout on media and everything. It's
Yeah.
like they ready for him to get him up out there. So,
Yeah.
okay, with that being said, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week. We're getting closer to the NFL season started. And thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. This guy. Bye, y'all.
Peace.